This guy is going to have unrealistic expectations. Hardest trophy to win in sports. Calm down.
I understand that and I get that. But at the same time, I think the expectation at the professional level is always to get to the point where you're competing for a championship and winning a championship. Because if you don't get there in the pros, you're not long. You'll get fired. That's what it's about at this level. So, are people expecting too much too soon? Maybe. But that's what any fan base is going to do with any kind of change in direction of the general manager.
Turn left onto West 14
But this
Mile
general
Road.
manager is a god here. You know what I mean?
No,
Like, this
of course
isn't
he
just
is.
any general manager. This
No,
is,
you're right. You're
he's
right.
coming home, right?
But when the Red Sox hired Dave Dombrowski, I think there were pretty high expectations in Red Sox Nation that they were going to do it. And I think the same thing goes when the Cubs hired Theo Epstein. You know,
Very high. Yeah, I still think it's different than Steve Weisman.
well,
coming over.
because he's a former Red Sox.
the captain, man.
Next one from C and the D. Channel 7 is live streaming the view of LCA from their helicopter flying overhead. Is this going too far?
Well, if they got a news program that goes on to do that, or
Well, they're live streaming it through their website. Is it going too far? No, it's not going far enough. They've only got one live stream of LCA. I want ground level. I want inside. I want from above. Aerial shot. When Steve Eisenman pulls up, I want that aerial shot showing him getting escorted into the building.
well, I did see on Channel 4 they had one of the reporters outside. Is it Kim DeGilio? She was outside.
Yeah, but we need full-time, 24-hour ISERCAN.
Is there a channel dedicated to this yet?
I don't know. There should be. All right, here we go. Time for the Quinn Whisperer. Are you
It's in high def.
Are you familiar with the Quinn Whisperer? This is what Bob Quinn says and what Bob Quinn really means. If you've not heard the Quinn Whisperer, much speculation that Bob Quinn and Kang, our producer, are the same person. So, here we go with another edition of the Quinn Whisperer. The GM of the Lions spoke yesterday. Question 1, do you want to trade? Here's what Quinn said and what Quinn really meant.
Yeah, there's a couple of players right at the top that you obviously would love to have. I just don't think I have enough ammunition to get up there, and I think, like I said previously, I'd rather move back a couple spots, if anything. You know, there's a couple players up at the top that, obviously you'd love to have. I just don't think I have enough ammunition to get up there. And yeah, like I said previously, I'd love to move back a couple spots, if anything. So, if you're listening out there, please call us. We want to trade back. Please. Anybody listening?
Oh, I hope that's not nice. I hope the phone rings.
I do too. All right, do you listen to what the fans want? What Bob Quinn said to the question, do you listen to what the fans want? And what Bob Quinn really meant.
In all due respect to the fans out there, I can't take the fan sentiment into who I draft and who I sign for this team. In all due respect to the fans out there, I can't take the fan sentiment into who I draft and who I sign for this team. Otherwise, this organization would have ended up with Aaron Donald or Odell Beckham Jr. probably not.
Could have gone good ways. Like the way you went.
Personal with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was going to go a different way.
All right, Bob Quinn, who are you eyeing? Who are you eyeing in the draft? What Bob Quinn said and what Bob Quinn really meant.
We're going to go out and get the best possible player for the Lions to help us win, whether that's whatever position it is. It's funny, my cousin texted me from Massachusetts and said, hey, I want you to take a long snapper again. We're going to go out there and get the best possible player for the Lions to win, whether that's whatever position that is. It's funny, my cousin texted me from Massachusetts and said, why don't you take a long snapper again? Tommy Brady rules, Gronk rules, Patriots are awesome, you suck, Bobby Quinn. I think that's how his cousin really sounded.
It probably is, yeah.
Finally, how do you go about building this team? What Bob Quinn said and what Bob Quinn really meant.
I work all the time at this team. Like, this is what I do. I try to build this team each and every day. Take a couple weeks off in the summer to spend with my family, but every day I think about, I don't know if it's the 90th guy or the first guy. There's something every day that I'm trying to get our team better. So yeah, I get excited. Yeah, absolutely. And I read everyone's mock drafts, so just keep them coming. I work all the time at this team. I mean, this is what I do. I try and build this team each and every day. I take a couple weeks off in the summer to spend with my family, but every day I think about, I don't know if it's the 90th guy or the first guy. There's something every day I'm trying to get this team better. So yeah, I get excited. Absolutely. and I read everyone's mock draft. So keep them coming. And you're damn right I listen to the Carson Anderson Show.
Yeah. There it is. There it is.
You all along. I
Yeah.
love it. Bob from Allen Park, thanks for the text.
I think about Kate Beckinsale every day. It doesn't fail. Every day. You know?
Why she's with Pete Davidson.
I don't get it.
I love the Aaron Donald OBJ take. That was great. Okay, let's give away some Detroit Tiger tickets. This is a pair of tickets for the game coming up on May the 7th against the Angels. First one with the correct answer to the following question. What did Gator hopefully jokingly tell Channel 4 about me? What did Gator hopefully jokingly tell Channel 4 about me? First one with the correct answer to that question, you get yourself 2 Tiger tickets to see the Tigers and Angels on May the 7th. If you don't win, call 866-66-TIGER, visit DetroitTigers.com. Okay, still reaction pouring in. Steve Yzerman, just over 2 hours from now, will be introduced as the GM of the Detroit Red Wings. Your reaction, all kinds of them. Plus, we do have a mock draft with a Lions trade from a credible source that we'll get to today at 1:30. It's Carson Anderson, 97.1 The Ticket.
Jamie and Stoney, mornings.
Coming up Monday morning at 6:35. We'll get you ready for Pistons-Bucks Game 4. And at 8:35, it's your chance to win Tiger tickets.
Jamie and Stoney, mornings, 6 to 10.
Woo! It's time for sensitivity training with JB Smooth. Yeah, I'm talking to all you fellas out there who need a sensitive razor. Try the Big Flex Force Sensitive. It glides across your skin for less irritation. With the Flex Force Sensitive, you will feel the smoothness. I promise you. And if you don't, Bic will send me to your house for sensitivity training. JB will teach you how to cry at weddings, talk about your feelings, and fold a napkin into a dang swan. Smooth shave, smooth price, Big Flex.
I'm here with Carl Galliana from Galliana's Van Dyke Dodge Ram. Carl, it's April. The weather's warming up. What's hot on the lot?
Yeah, we got killer deals this month. Last month, we sold a ton of cars and trucks, and this month, we already hit the ground running. With the Dodge Spring Sales event going on right now, we are the place to find your next Dodge and Ram.
All right, man, hit me. What are the deals?
Right now, we've got a Ram 1500 Bighorn V6 4x4 with a 24-month lease for $169 a month with $29.95 down.
Carl, that sounds perfect for all your upcoming summer projects, but what if you've got a bigger family? What do you got for SUVs?
Well, we have the 2018 Dodge Durango GT all-wheel drive for $319 a month on a 36-month lease with $29.95 down.
You can't beat that, Carl. Where can everyone find you?
We are located on Van Dyke, just north of 696, or check us out on whatshotonthelot.com.
Please payment at tax, title, and license fees. Lease offers include 10,000 miles annually. Credit and residency restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Founded in 1868, Hutzel Women's Hospital was Michigan's first women's hospital. As a community, we're all proud of our history, but even prouder of the care we give and the family stories that begin here every day. Like when Nurse Farzana Noor turned to our neonatal intensive care unit after her twins arrived 2 months early.
The team at DMC Hutzel Women's Hospital cared for me and my babies for 27 days. Their NICU became home, and they became family.
Nurse Noor was so impressed with our care, she joined the NICU team.
I believe in this place so much. Now I'm a NICU nurse at Hutzel, here to make a difference, just like the Hutzel NICU made a difference in my life.
Hutzel Women's Hospital, the home of the National Institutes of Health Perinatology Research Branch, and a leader in caring for moms and babies. That's because for over 150 years, as Nurse Farzana Noor will tell you,
Michigan's first women's hospital is a community built on care.
See our stories at dmc.org/care.
The Detroit Tigers play the Chicago White Sox through Sunday at Comerica Park, and 97.1 The Ticket Street Team will be at Gate 8 before the game. Call 866-66-TIGER or visit Tigers.com for your tickets to any Tigers home game. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Brought to you by Mother Waddles. Red Wings set to introduce Steve Yzerman as their new GM this afternoon at a news conference at 3 o'clock down at Little Caesars Arena. And former wing Chris Chelios says he is not surprised by the move, as Yzerman's track record speaks for itself.
He's always done with Olympics in Canada and his success. He speaks with conviction, so it's great for Detroit, and I'm sure everybody in the city is excited that he's coming back home.
Now, Chelios went on and said that this move proves that Chris Ilitch is the right owner for the Wings moving forward, and that the move of Ken Holland to senior vice president will only make Yzerman's transition that much easier. Elsewhere in the league, though, a pair of games on the ice tonight. The Bruins and Maple Leafs playing Game 5 from Boston. That series tied at 2 games apiece. Flames looking to avoid elimination. They're playing host to the Avs, trailing 3-1. Tigers looking to make it 2 straight wins tonight. They're playing Game 2 before Game 7 with the White Sox downtown. Jordan Zimmerman getting the call, looking for his first win of the year. Chicago will counter with Carlos Rodon, who's looking for his third. We'll have it for you right here on the ticket, starting at 7:10. Today also a final practice day for the Pistons as they continue to gear up for tomorrow night's Game 3 with the Bucks from Little Caesars Arena. Despite trailing 2 games to none, Coach Dwayne Casey telling the morning show here on the ticket, nobody's giving up.
We got to have going to this with a positive attitude throughout this playoffs. Again, you learn from it. The experience that our young players are going to get from this playoff series. And again, like you said, there's a lot of basketball still to be played throughout this. But again, nobody has gone anywhere. They've done what they're supposed to do, took care of home. Now we got to come back and do it.
Casey also talked about the injury status of Blake Griffin, saying it's day-to-day. He's having both good and bad days with that left knee. There's also 3 games on the schedule tonight. Pacers playing host to the Celtics. Trailblazers visiting the Thunder. Both Boston and Portland leading 2-0. Magic bringing the Raptors. That series tied at a game apiece. We're going to take an update next from Ryan Woolley for more. Go to 971theticket.com.
Scott Anderson, 97 on the ticket. Congratulations to Chris from Wayne. He knew that Gator walked into the studio after Channel 4 was here. Sat down, door closed. He said, I just told him you're an a-hole. Chris.
I don't think that was actually on
Great. Either way, Chris, congratulations. Because you know the Gator told Channel 4 I'm an a-hole. You got some Tiger tickets. We'll give away another pair today at 1:40. Stick with us. Big day in Detroit. Huge news. Steve Yzerman back.
The crazy thing about that, though, Doug, is that we do the ticket giveaway through a phone, right?
Yes.
Keg said the ticket text was just littered with people saying that about you.
Even though they can't win via ticket text.
Yeah, they just wanted to, yeah, I guess.
Plug in an a-hole.
Yeah. I don't know. Weird.
That's awesome. Wow. You could have won Tiger tickets. Called. Key is to call the phone and say Doug's an a-hole.
Doug, I really didn't say that. I was just joking with you.
I'm glad. Although my wife didn't deny it. Let's get back to your open line calls. We go to Dave in Novi. Hi, Dave.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Dave.
So I was kind of surprised that so much support for Ken Holland, especially people calling in, and just if you could just stick with me on this, but the guy has won 1 cup in 17 years, the 08 Cup. He he took over with a team back in the 90s that was built by Jimmy Devellano. So those 2 cups were built by somebody else. The 02 Cup, I think, if you look at Scotty Bowman and what he did after he left with the Blackhawks, you can see the effect that he had on putting that 02 team together. And so now you have a guy who's won 1 cup in 17 years. If you compare that to other GMs and other sports, I mean, think about Joe Dumars. He won it with the going to work.
Hey, I got a question for you.
If he was still the GM.
I got a question for you. What do you think is a realistic expectation for Steve Yzerman?
I would say to hit the playoffs in 2 or 3 years.
To hit the playoffs?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long until you think they contend for a Stanley Cup?
I would say, 3 years plus, starting that 3rd year.
Yeah.
I don't know how good the guys are that the other thing with Holland is, people give him credit for, recognizing it was time for the rebuild. Well, wait a second. In 13, Nick retired. And the rebuild started then. And the story then was, it was Nyquist and Tatar that were the up-and-comers, and they were going to rebuild this team back into prominence. Well, guess what? That didn't happen. And in my view, that's the first rebuild, and that failed. So, now we're 6 to 7 years into that, and we get to hear him come on the radio and talk about how smart he is. He's always the smartest guy in the room. right? And especially on this station, he calls in and tells people they don't understand about, no trade clauses. I think he was either talking to you guys or another show. You guys just don't understand about no trade clauses. Then, Helene St. James, there was an article in the last week where, he says people don't get it about Yzerman.
He doesn't deserve any credit.
I think he deserves credit for 08.
Okay,
I think he's got a major Jedi mind trick on people. I think
does he deserve credit for getting back to the Stanley Cup final and being within a game away from repeating as Cup champions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because you didn't mention that.
Unfortunately, they did 08-09. Absolutely.
Does he deserve credit for apparently spearheading this move to get Yzerman back?
Well, that I think is part of his shtick, right? That I'm confused about. I don't know if that's him trying to give himself the off ramp, to save face, or if that really happened. If that really happened, then he's really a smart guy because he's maintained to keep a VP job.
All right, Dave hates Ken Holland. Let's go to Danny on a cell. Hi, Danny.
Hey guys, first time, long time. To Dave's point, Holland's biggest mistake, and we're all guilty of it, was him keeping the playoff streak alive, trading prospects, trading draft picks, just to make moves at the deadline to get us in. I'm curious how long Holland will stay in this advisory role with the Seattle GM on the horizon.
Yeah, he may not.
Being thrown out there.
And I agree with you, Danny. It's something I brought up last hour that I don't think there's any guarantee that he's going to stick around because he's going to be in high demand. Even though people like Dave don't like Ken Holland, other teams in the league respect Ken Holland a lot. And if he wants employment, he can get it, whether it's Edmonton or Seattle's expansion team, whatever the case is. If he wants it, he can get a job pretty quickly. And one of the other, when you touched on the point about him, the biggest problem that he had was trying to hang on and keep the streak alive. That may not always be on him. That may be on from a higher up like the owner of the franchise. That said, look, I don't care what it takes. We need to make the playoffs. We have to keep making the playoffs and have a chance. And then he's going to do whatever the owner wants him to do because ultimately that's what he's supposed to do, right?
And we the fans were building. We wanted that streak. We love bragging about it.
You know what I think added to that, Danny, is the fact that when the Red Wings went in as a number 1 or number 2 seed and lost early in the playoffs, which happened, almost as much as it didn't, obviously. We felt like, hey, if you get in, you got a chance. They never did that. They never made it as an 8 seed. The one year they made it to the second round, but they really never made a deep run as a lower seed, which is not unusual. It's not unusual for a 7 or an 8 to make a deep run. It's highly unusual in the NBA. It happens all the time in hockey. And they never did it from that position.
We see it now more than we did when they were making their runs. I am curious too what this is going to do for the front office, both in Detroit, guys like Draper, Martin, but then also in Tampa Bay, does Pat Verbeek come back? Bob McKenzie tweeted about it this morning as well.
Yeah, Verbeek is a candidate for another job. I don't think there's going to be much shakeup. I think a lot of people stay in their same position.
Well, Verbeek has local ties here, too.
Let's go to Paul next up here on 97 on the Ticket. Hi, Paul.
Hey, fellas. Well, first of all, I don't know, is it just me, or does Ken kind of have a voice that sounds like Quinn? He's really over. I'm kidding. Hey, thanks for letting me follow David and Debbie Downer about Holland. They got voodoo dolls. Why is so much anger towards Holland? Again, we don't know the inner workings of all this. And what I really wanted to say was, if Holland is really the one that supported this or carried it out or was okay with it or whatever the case is, how admirable is that as a man? That is something that probably, most people could not, said they couldn't do it because, you're making that kind of money too. Think of the, supposed arrogance and, the smartest guy in the room, as one guy said. Well, it sounded like you were the smartest guy on the airwaves just a minute ago. So, you know, that's just very admirable. I think it's a really good thing that he took that stance, and I like it. I happen to like it. You know, and I think he may leapfrog other people going into the Hall of Fame because of that approach. You know, not being a self-centered DB.
Well, we're at a point now where, with Yzerman coming in, people are start talking about a 2 to 3 year plan to get this team really, really poised to contend again. And if that's the case, they're probably doing it on the backs of Mantha and Larkin and Rasmussen and Zadina and Veleno and whatever gets supplemented with from Steve Yzerman. If you think that's realistic, then you probably also think that the base has been established and the resources have been established. Who established that base? Ken Holland. Who acquired the resources? Ken Holland. And who is, in what is yet to be really confirmed but has been reported, orchestrating his successor taking his job? Ken Holland. We can talk about all of Holland's failings, and there definitely were some Holland failings. I'm surprised so much of it is being brought up willingly by listeners today who just want to bash Ken Holland. If you think the Red Wings are 2 to 3 years away, doesn't that mean he's kind of put a base in place to build off of and acquired resources for Yzerman to build even more?
Yeah, but those people think that it should have been done a long time ago.
Well, maybe. And I mean, look, he didn't act as quickly.
You can make that argument, but
it didn't act as quickly as you wanted. Okay, fine. But if you actually think Yzerman can build a winner, in part because of some of the youth of this team and all the draft picks they have coming up, I mean, the wheels were put in motion by Ken Holland, who then stepped away and said somebody else gets to reap the benefits of this. Now, if he stays in the organization as senior VP or whatever, he'll reap some of the benefits. I think it's pretty hard to do. I think it's pretty hard to trade for future draft picks, and then he's not the guy making the call. Now, sure, we could go back and we can rip why the Red Wings didn't win in the 70s. But I'm not sure that's really particularly relevant to today's conversation. And I don't think it's particularly relevant to why Holland failed trying to rebuild it on the fly. Yeah, maybe he did hang out too long. Okay. And?
Well, right. But again, I keep saying, because I've heard from different people that there was an edict from a higher above. We got to keep doing it. Let's keep trying. And
from ownership, basically saying
from ownership and maybe from a coach as well.
248-539-9797. Hey, Doug Karsh here to tell you about the best family membership you can get in 2019. The Y. They've got everything you and your family will need, from workout equipment to fitness classes to swimming pools to basketball courts and more. Check this out. This summer, there's no better place to take your child for a day than their camp programs. Your child will learn skills, develop character, make a ton of friends, and kids will learn to be more independent and contribute to a group as they engage in social, educational, and physical activities. Best part about the day camp and any other program, if you're a member of the Y already, you get special pricing. Make sure to check it out online at ymcadetroit.org. Hey, look, it's a great place to come together with your family, work out together, supporting youth development, healthy living, social responsibility. There's simply no better family membership or day camp for your child this summer. Get your family signed up today at any metropolitan location by visiting ymcadetroit.org or download the YMCA app. Members can join the fitness challenges, and remember, you receive a special rate on programs for being a member. Sign up today at any Y location. Find your Y at ymcadetroit.org. That's ymcadetroit.org.
Riley here, your style advocate from Lady Jane's, and I think it's time you do something great for your head and get to Lady Jane's in Northville on Haggerty Road across from Costco. Get the King's treatment, a haircut, scalp massage, and hot lather neck shave. Lady Jane's in Northville. It's wicked awesome.
LDB Dodge, price for cheap.
Hi friends, Al Debe.
Your hometown dealer.
You
know us for our friendly hometown service, no gimmicks approach, and of course, our good cup of coffee. But there's more. We work hard every day to help our customers find the right vehicle for the lowest price. Many under $200 a month.
Now during the spring sales event, lease a new 2019 Jeep Compass Limited, just $102 a month, or 2019 Ram 1500 Bighorn, only $141 a month.
At LDB, we want to earn your business by helping you get more for your trade or get out of your current lease early. Call 866-ALDB or stop in and visit us at LDB Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're on Dixie Highway in Clarkson, just off I-75, exit 93. As always, I'll buy you a good cup of coffee, and if we can't make a deal, I'll even pay for your gas.
Hometown dealer, and they're bringing you the best, and they're bringing you the best, 'cause they're your hometown dealer. LDB Dodge, right for Jeep.
Sale ends April 30th. Check your local paper for details or ldb.com.
Founded in 1868, Hutzel Women's Hospital was Michigan's first women's hospital. As a community, we're all proud of our history, but even prouder of the care we give and the family stories that begin here every day. Like when Nurse Farzana Noor turned to our neonatal intensive care unit after her twins arrived 2 months early.
The team at DMC Hutzel Women's Hospital cared for me and my babies for 27 days. Their NICU became home, and they became family.
Nurse Noor was so impressed with our care, she joined the NICU team.
I believe in this place so much. Now I'm a NICU nurse at Hutzel, here to make a difference, just like the Hutzel NICU made a difference in my life.
Hutzel Women's Hospital, the home of the National Institutes of Health Perinatology Research Branch, and a leader in caring for moms and babies. That's because for over 150 years, as Nurse Farzana Noor will tell you,
Michigan's first women's hospital is a community built on care.
See our stories at dmc.org/care.
Do you have a damp, musty crawl space, sagging floors, or high energy bills? There's only one company in Michigan to call. Only one with the exclusive Vapor Lock system, certified technicians, and thousands of satisfied customers. Only one. Foundation Systems of Michigan. We have solutions for any crawl space problem. Foundation Systems of Michigan. Proud to be Michigan's most trusted foundation contractor. Call today for your free inspection.
Have an opinion? Text us now on the Ticket Text at 97136. Ticket Text brought to you by the LaFontaine Automotive Group, home of the family deal. Find over 5,000 new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs at FamilyDeal.com. Now available for download. Always Aggravated, a Mike Valenti signature podcast. Get it on radio.com and Apple iTunes.
So am I supposed to be upset that they won one Stanley Cup after Scotty Bowman left?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not, because I'm not.
Well, we all would have liked more. And yeah, Holland had some failings. Okay.
How many years did they go between Stanley Cups, though? Well, like 40 years between cups?
Yeah, and then they had the string.
Then they had the string that started this great streak of hockey. And, yeah.
Okay, all right, get it. You don't like Ken Holland. I just, if that's your go-to thought the day Yzerman's hired, it just seems like such a negative slant on things. And if that's your go-to thought, that's fine. That's the first thing that comes to mind. You feel compelled to call us and say it. I'm intrigued to hear what he has to say. Did he really orchestrate his own replacement? And is it unilaterally loved? And the other thing is all the talk that he may get hired immediately if he wants to be a GM in this league. I don't know. I just... Okay.